Babe,
Hmm?
we're so out of practice.
I know. It's okay though. It's okay.
Indeed. Yo, 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 what's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, Miss DJ Hoodie, getting at you guys with finally another YRM podcast live and up on panel. If you haven't guessed it, we have Just Rap.
Boo. Boo that guy.
Yeah, they're booing now because you started talking and we didn't even. I forgot to put you on mute.
Oh.
Yeah, so so we can hear
Yeah.
your little pitter patter in the beginning of this.
Oh, sorry.
But I
was running
no,
to the mic.
that's good. What's that?
So I was running to the mic.
Yes, you were. Gosh, so how are you, babe? It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm good. I am
That's
good.
good. Hell
How are
yeah.
you?
I'm good
How
too.
are you doing? Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah. I'm good, and it feels good to be back on live because it has been a while. I have been posting stuff like on the art struggles and on the re-up. So if you guys want to catch up on those um those episodes, yeah, go feel free to check them out. It's on YouTube and Spotify. But yeah, the YRN live, man. It's been a minute.
Yep. How long has it been?
I think over a month.
No,
Is
it's
it?
been more than that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look. Yes, I have to look. Yes,
Yeah, it's
people.
been a long time.
It says a month ago, babe.
Really? Which one was that?
Mm-hmm.
The Hulk hands?
Hulk hands and handcuffs.
Well, we recorded
Ew.
another one after.
Oh yeah, where we went political.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me.
Where I had the
Everybody's like,
divorce
"Where's that?"
papers in hand.
When what?
I had the divorce papers in hand,
Oh my gosh! Don't listen to
and
him. Don't
you had
listen
your
to
pen
him.
in hand.
You
You're
know
like,
what?
should we?
Oh, you stop it. Man, you know what? Everybody's hopes just went up just now. I felt it. I
Did
felt
you?
it. Yeah. Like, oh shit, what's happening? Like, we hope they do it. Sign it.
No.
Yeah, no. And just so you guys know, I still have a cough. And I feel like I need to cough, but yeah, just letting you guys know if I don't hit the mute button in time.
Do you still
We
have
did.
cough drops?
I do, but I don't have it. Oh, you know what? I have it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay, so that last one that we did, the politics one, that was on January 31st, 2025. So yeah, it's been a month.
Yeah.
About a month. Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
I know.
Well, I
Seems
feel
like
like
we
we
just
talk
did
all the
it.
time.
We do talk all
Yeah.
the time.
No, I mean like record. Even though we're not casting on here, we're still recording, and you know, you get your stuff that you're recording and posting, and I'm doing my stuff on Twitter,
On the
or
Twitter.
whatever.
Yeah, you guys go check out, follow him on the X, Twitter X, x.com/Rob's Just Thinking. And yeah, he has some additional audio content, so go there and check it out. Support.
I need to record more, but
Yes, you need
I don't know
to.
what's going on with my memory. It is mush, and
Now
it's kind of
he
hard to.
knows how I feel all the time.
Yeah. Is this really how you feel
Listen
all the
to him
time?
agreeing. Yes, like I remember how I told you, like it's how I think, like it's how I perceive things. And so
Yeah.
it's kind of no different what I was talking about on the Y run that I did. Oh my god, see, I'm getting my podcast mixed up. But I did where I was talking about narcs. I was talking about narcissists.
Mm-hmm.
And it is kind of almost the same thing, like what I was saying, that I had a conversation with a certain individual, where he said something to me, or I said something to him, and then I was like, wait, like tell me what you heard, say it back to
Mm-hmm.
me, what you think I said. And it was a complete opposite. So
Yeah.
it's almost like, okay, the way that I perceive things or the things that I hear can be completely off. So like
Well,
I don't know if it's my memory or if it's just how I'm like perceiving stuff, because I just totally blanked the fuck out and I'm like, what? Like yesterday when we were talking about the blinds outside my house,
yeah.
and he was, because I was telling him, I was like, yeah, like it's all shredded because we had like a windstorm and it's all like shredding and falling apart. And then he just went into like, oh well, what about those metal ones, and what about those diamond cut ones, the ones that you have outside? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I totally blinked out from what the fuck I just told him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That is crazy.
It is.
Um, I think for me it's just I have too much on my mind, and then when I go to talk about it, it's like, oh wait, what was I gonna talk about? Which topic out of like the thousands of things on my mind, which kind of fits into this, the overthinking, which is great.
Mm.
Maybe I'll get some stuff out and we'll be able to reset. I need a
Mm-hmm.
reset. Where's my button?
Button.
My button.
Where's my button?
My reset
Yeah.
button.
Mm-hmm. I like his Spanish mode.
Yeah, a little too much. A little too much. I
Let
need to be
me tell
careful.
ya. Okay, well, since we were already going into it, you wanna kick it off?
No.
Why?
The overthinking, because it's your project. You're the one that you need to explain it to me along with the rest
Okay,
of the people.
sure, I can do that. Okay, so the name of this episode is called When They're the Opposite plus Deep Thinkers. So, okay, you guys know me. If you guys know my abilities, you guys know that I always focus on the negative shit before the good shit. And I always see that the negative things they always outweigh the good things. So I was thinking, like, okay, kind of throwing me and Robin the spectrum of things. Like, I started to compare, of course, the good things about us, and I never want to include myself in that, because I just feel at times that because I focus on the negative things too much, that I'm not a good person, which is completely false. But that's just where my mind goes, right? And that's, again, a deep thinker trait. And we have a visitor in the studio. Hi, mother. She's hiding behind her hands.
Hi.
Yeah, we're live on the show right now.
How are you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Are you a deep thinker, Mom? We're talking about deep thinkers.
Bills?
Yes. See, she's a deep thinker. She thinks about bills. Hell yeah, same. Yes.
Bills. Oh, Dad's calling me. I gotta go.
I was gonna ask her something. Okay. Well, what did you need?
Rent.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, bills. She said it.
Yeah.
She said it. I was gonna ask her, like, okay, yeah, you think about bills, but like, do you have an imagination? I'm gonna have to interview her.
Yeah.
But so,
Oh, dang. See, I
what?
thought about it too deep. I just realized
Well,
there's
go
a
on
difference
then.
between deep thinker and overthinker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, that's as far as I went. Thanks, babe. But I guess that's what you're gonna get into with this. I'm like, wait a minute. I know deep thinking is different, but how is it different? Okay, she muted her mic because yesterday I was talking about how annoying it is when people go in bags on the podcast and stuff, and she's getting the cough drop, so she muted herself.
Yeah,
Thanks,
now I'm
babe.
back. Oh my gosh, whatever. I'm back. This guy wants to fucking act like I'm going through paper sacks just to
No,
get
not
one
you. I was
little.
talking about other people.
No, because you were like, oh, because she knows that I fucking hate it.
No, it's because I said it yesterday. But
I know.
if somebody, and I'm not talking about you, I'm saying when people
Yeah.
call themselves professional podcasters and yet they're going inside their plastic or paper bags and it's like they're fighting with the bag all loud and shit, that's annoying.
I
Then
don't
gotta
see why
lower
they
my
can't
headphones.
mute.
Yeah.
They can't
I
mute their
mean,
shit.
especially if they're not live. If they're not a live show, then you can edit that out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yes.
Yes.
You know what I was actually thinking before Mom came into the room?
What?
About the earthquake in Arizona. That we should have talked about that in the beginning of this.
Ooh, you know what? We could still get into that because it's human behavior. Like, this is the thing that people need to realize. If there are world disasters, you guys gotta look at yourselves. Like, it's not just, let's say, like the government, or it's not just NASA, or like science, or it's like, it's people's behaviors, it's your choices, it's how you treat others. Like, all of that is like a big ass fucking energy source, and it is fucking with nature. That's why these things happen. But you guys will never consider these things that is happening worldwide. Like, oh, how do I have a part in a tsunami somewhere on the other side of the world? And it's like, well, you're still kind of a part of it because of how you're acting. If not a tsunami somewhere else where you've never been to in your entire life, it could just be very well in your city that you're in. But of course, it's like, oh, it got nothing to do with that. So, yeah, I don't know. I think this is a topic that needs to go deeper, but nobody's going to stick around for that. And that's okay as long as it's out there, the content is made. But it's like, you really should at least consider and take that with you. That if anything happens, you'll be a lot more mindful and be like, oh shit. But I don't know. People, they don't take accountability on the little things. So what makes me think that if something happens worldwide, that they would ever think that they were a part of it?
Man.
So it's, yeah, I don't know. But that is a topic, and it's a thing. If you or if anybody were to take this information and go to like a real healer, like a real, let's say psychic, or, whoever, medicine man, medicine woman, a seer, or whatever. And if you ask them about it, I would say they should tell you what it is. Like, they should. And if they're just like, oh, she got nothing to do with that, whoever this girl is, Audie or Miss Hoodie, whatever she's saying, she's wrong. You just put yourself on a list. And I'm not even going to go into that list. I don't know, anyways. Because right now, it fucking sounds like I'm attacking. But anyway. Okay,
So what you're saying is that we're gonna talk about it, just not right now. Is that what you're saying?
well, I mean, we are talking about human behavior.
Yeah.
So it is kind of, leading up to that, because there's a lot of things that we got to change. It's not just like doing narcissistic things, admitting narcissistic things, but it's like changing to not be a narcissist or do narcissistic things. So if you look at it, it's like you got to do more than just be like, oh, I'm a self-aware narcissist, and like, oh my god, like, and feeling like you need praise because you admit that you're a narcissist. No. Like, it's more than that. It's how you treat people in your lives, like how you treat your parents, how you treat your siblings, like how you treat someone at work, or someone that you're sleeping with, or someone that you're married to, how you treat your children, how you treat your children's friends and their parents and their teachers, the workplace, customers. See, like there's all these different avenues that, because it's like if you treat someone like shit and you leave them, that person goes on about their day, and people realize that they're sad. People see them crying. People are like, oh my god, like oh, this person, I don't know what they're crying for, but that has nothing to do with me. Or like they take that shit home and they're unable to eat, or maybe they eat their feelings and they're overeating to where they get themselves sick, or they get a fucking stroke, or they're so stressed out and like they gotta take extra medications. See, so it's like it is a thing that people are passing on to a lot of people, and it's just nothing but bad energy. But that's what you're doing to people. And yes, a person can go out into nature and heal themselves, kind of let it go, let it out, walk it off, jog it off, go for a hike, hike it off. But not everyone can do that. So they're going straight to their homes and they're sitting in it. And that's what you've done to people if you're a shitty person. So if you go out with that shitty attitude and you just let it, you're multiplying it by giving that your shitty attitude to many people, and that's just one day, and you deal with different people all the time, every single day on a work day. See, so that's why when I go out and do deliveries, because you guys know I bitch and complain on the road, someone cutting me off, whatever, it's like 5 o'clock in the evening when everybody gets off work and everybody's pissed. It's because of what they're doing these things to one another. It's just bouncing back and forth to one another. And so it's like, okay, it's 5 o'clock. I don't know who the fuck you was dealing with all day today. Maybe a crappy boss, or, a coworker that didn't do their job, or maybe you had a shitty customer, and then they're just taking it out on everybody on the road. And they just happen to come across me. And I notice it. And I feel it. I feel it off of these people. And it's just like, man, like no one can just have a good fucking day. So when I talk about the name of this episode, when they're the opposite, right? It's almost like these people go on. Like they get into their big fancy trucks and they go to their high-end job where they get paid high-end money and they have all this high-end respect and things like that. They're still not happy. Like, when the fuck are you guys ever happy? I want to know this. And there are some well, I'm not going to speak for Rob, but when I listen to other people's shows or when I watch other people's videos and it's all about, oh my gosh, there's this one perfect example. There's this chick that I was watching a few months ago, And I initially started watching her because she was doing delivery videos. And I love watching those or listening to those as I'm doing deliveries, because it's like, okay, I'm not the only one. You know, this is my people's, you know, kind of thing. And she started like as she was doing deliveries, she was like, "Oh, I'm about to get evicted. I'm worried about like where our next apartment's gonna. I gotta go apartment hunting, and I gotta make sure that, you know, I have money, and I got my kids and their babies' fathers don't help, and you know, my kids need things, and you know, like I don't know what I'm gonna do." And it was a bunch of like, you know, resting her hands on her forehead type of shit, and just like, oh, I'm so stressed out. And it's like, okay, I get it. Like, I have the same issues, but I'm not gonna make such video to like, oh, I'm just putting it out there, and not, and don't feel sorry for me, but yet you're fucking saying all these things. So I'm already thinking like, okay, I'm already getting sick of her shit, and this is the first time that I'm hearing her out. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep watching. You know, maybe my support in watching her videos will, you know, whatever. So the more she started putting out content, like it wasn't about deliveries anymore. It was about like, oh, we got our eviction notice and we got to be out by the end of the week, and they're going to put us out and nobody wants to help us. And it just started to look pathetic. And I hate to say this or think that about a person, you know, especially a mother of, you know, 3. And it was just hard to watch. And I just didn't like how she was just like, oh, I got this new job, but I hate it. And I get that too, so I'm not even mad at her. But it was just all of these other things. And I was just thinking, you know, going back to what I initially want to say is, bitch, when the fuck are you ever happy? Like, grateful. Like, okay, I get it. Maybe you're not happy right now. But talk about the things that you're grateful for. And I don't ever hear it. She may get like a speck of relief if somebody tipped her like $20 in cash. And her being like, oh, I'm going to take my kids to Target and I'm going to let them pick out some snacks. Like hold that shit. Hold that little bit of happiness right there. But as quick as it comes, the quicker it's gone. And I'm like, I can't be watching this shit. Because again, like what I was telling you guys before, you know, you watch a video and it's a happy video, and then when you scroll, it's a happy video. The more you scroll, okay, happy. Then all of a sudden you get one that's like just a big worry. Like something that'll scare you. Something that's like, oh shit, like what are we gonna do? And then you get happy, then you get sad, and then you get scared, and then you're terrified, and then you're depressed, and oh, but here's a happy little chunky raccoon just being himself, being happy, getting into shit, eating snacks, wearing a cute little t-shirt. And then all of a sudden you see the world blowing up right in front of her fucking face, and it's like like you're constantly going through mood swings. And that's gonna fuck with you. But see, we're doing it to ourselves. It's not necessarily someone doing it to us. Like, we're doing it to ourselves. But see, we walk out into the world like that. Depressed, worried, scared, anxious, anxiety, everything. And it's like, we're not supposed to be this way. So, if anyone wants to talk about, oh, I live my life right. Oh, you must have money. That's why you talk like that. Like, I'm not gonna fucking lie. You know, like, oh my god, like, you're such a negative aura. Like, that video is so fucking funny. How fucking Gen Zs talk. Like, yeah.
No.
I was listening to a podcast this morning, and it's a new podcast I never heard of before, but these girls were talking like this. Like,
Oh no.
oh my God. Like, are you serious? Like, oh my God, yes.
No. I actually I actually found one that was interesting, but they talk like that, so I was like, no, I'm like, I can't do it. It was like Coffee and Crimes or something like that. And it was interesting because they were talking about real stories of like real crimes that happened, but they talk like that, and I was just like, I can't do it.
They're like, take it away, Courtney.
Yeah.
See, that's what kind of gets me wondering is that these bitches don't even want to sound intelligent. Like, of course, the things that they talk, like the topic, it is an intelligent topic. But the way it's presented, like, it's almost like they don't care if they sound dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense to me, but I don't know. I think these people like to hear themselves talk. And we know a few people like that. At least I do. But they love the sound of their own voice. But I think they just like the way that they sound. And it's almost like trying to perfect your acting. Almost like an actor trying to get a part for something. It's rehearsed over and over and over until they get it right. There's this... Oh, I shouldn't talk about him. I like that guy. Even if people are like, oh, he broke character. And I'm just like, I don't care. It's fucking funny. You know, like, I could see it for, like, comedy, entertainment purposes. But it's like, if you're trying to portray that this is your life and that's who you really are and how you really are and how you really talk, how do you, how you actually, like, pronounce words. It's like, it's that, oh my God. See, I'm going... Ugh. When people say like, oh, situation type deal.
What guy are you talking about? No, I'm serious.
I'll send you the videos. But yeah, it's like when these bitches say, oh my God, like, situation type deal. I just, oh my God, like, oh my God, goals.
Stop it.
Get money back. Get that coin.
Stop it. Stop it.
Am I right or am I right? It's so stupid. My body is bodying.
Oh no. Whatever happened to that chick?
Oh my God, I fucking... I had to clean my YouTube feed because she kept coming up. My booty was bootying. Like, oh my God. Like, everybody wants me, and I just don't know what to do about it.
Okay, stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
You want me to do my other accents?
Yeah, do that one. I mean, it's kind of... No. I was like, no.
It's too on point. It's too on point.
Yeah.
I'll just say it like this. The diabetes. The diabetes in lmao. I never wrestled a tank before. Rob was like, how do you talk so well? And I'm just like, yo, there's cowboys that go to the corner store where I live. I'm surrounded by ranches. Like, you got people in the city that are walking their dogs. There's people that walk their horses.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, man.
No, it's the truth. No, you didn't throw me off. It's man, I just don't understand, like, how everybody, okay, like, we talk about the algorithm on, like, social media, but it's like, the algorithms of how people talk. Like there's this one podcast I listen to because they're funny. Like I don't know what the fuck. Oh, they were talking about this girl, she does a reality show. She's done it for years. And you know, she has a podcast now and it's been out for a couple years. And I like listening to her. Like it's I don't like the way she talks cuz that's like extreme Valley girl or whatever. She was talking to her friend and he's pretty funny too. But let's just say that they're about my age. I don't get how they talk like that. Because you know, if you're coming out from the 90s, you talk okay, you should talk like you have some sense.
Yes, I'm still butthurt about that.
Oh my gosh, did you see that video of that little kid that was asking his dad, like, Dad, what year were you born? And he was like 1984, and that kid was all thinking about it, and he's like, how was it being a slave? Yeah, he's like 1984. And that was a year before I was born. And this kid's like, how was it being a slave? I was like, oh my gosh. Oh no. It was so cute. But the dad was offended. But but no, it's I don't know. I just don't think, or I don't, okay, maybe I'm just that sheltered. Or maybe stunted, right? Because I still feel and think and talk the same way from when I was younger or little. But see, the thing that I know my family, like whether it be my cousins, maybe my own brother, but like if they're looking at me or their opinions about me is like, she's never talked like that before. And it's like, how the fuck would you know? Like, you ignored me. You know, you punked me. And you never asked for, like, you didn't talk to me. And I was a quiet person. I was a quiet kid. So how did you know what I sounded like? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
that's why when people are like, oh, she just developed this, you know, sass or like this what do they say, like thug girl persona or gangster persona. And it's like, you never had a full conversation with me when I was little. Mm-hmm. And even when I was a teenager, I was still quiet. I just sat back and analyzed everyone around me. That's who I was growing up. But now everybody's mad because I'm very vocal and I'm very like upfront and like, hey, I don't think that's cool. And I'll tell you why. But see, everybody thinks that I'm like faking how I talk. And it's like, how would you know? You know, and it's so funny because there was this guy, I came across some really old tweets from like 2017 or some shit. Oh. Right? But this guy was like, oh, this Native American bitch trying to act black. And I'm like, that's funny. It can't like, and I'm like, okay, this guy can't even put it together that I never grew up on the res. I wasn't born on the res to be talking like them. You know, to be talking like the local villagers and shit. Like, excuse me? Like, I was raised around many different races as a kid. But no, you wouldn't. You just straight think that I'm acting. That's funny. But anyway, but going back to, I don't understand how, like, this girl that's like 90s is how she is now, and just like, oh my god, like I don't remember, and I had cherry girls in my class and they did not talk like that. They just didn't. So
I
okay,
think
and
I
I'm thinking
started
like
in 2004.
or
I
something.
think in 2004, that's when that Valley Girl accent and voice fry started thing.
Oh my god.
Started getting
I
popular.
just like why though? Is it
I don't
just
know.
like some guy called it slang. I don't cuz slang to us is like, "Oh, that's tight. Oh, it's fucking
Yeah.
badass." Or, "Yo, you want to get blazed?" Like that's slang. It's not how you talk. It's like a fake expression.
I think. Well,
I
I
think it's
could
two
be
totally different
completely wrong.
things.
I could
Go
be
ahead.
completely wrong, but I think it started with white women, white privileged women that wanted to have some kind of slang, like you said. So they started talking like that because I mean, yeah, they get private school education, right? But then they had to have something to kind of rebel against what the norm was for them. So I think that that's where the Valley Girl accent came from. How they, prolong the words and do all that stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god, why? But I think it was to distinguish themselves. You know,
Yeah.
they didn't want to
Yeah.
feel. I mean, because they already felt left out. They were like, oh, all these other cultures and all these other people have their own way of speaking, and ours is kind of boring. Again, I could be completely wrong, but I think that's what happened, and then people started adapting it because they were like, oh, if this is how rich white people talk, I want to talk like that. I want to sound like that. I want to put it like make people believe that I come from that background.
Mhm.
But I mean,
I
surf
don't
guys
know.
have their own way of speaking. That's the that's the white boy equivalent of whatever this is. What is it called? Valley Girl? Is that what it is? Valley
I
Girl
don't
accent,
know.
surf dude accent.
Like Bill and Ted, I fucking love
Yeah.
them. Excellent.
Yeah.
Or like the Ninja Turtles, cowabunga. Like,
Well, you could kind of trace it back to
yes.
movies too. When did
Mm-hmm.
that Valley Girl accent come
Oh,
about?
Clueless. The movie
Clueless.
Clueless.
What
Yeah.
year did that come out? 94.
Oh
The
shit.
ancient
I
times.
like
the, when the
like oh
dinosaurs
man.
roamed the earth.
When T-Rexes held their purses close. It was like because they got little arms.
Yeah.
When they're that's where clenching their purses came from.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it was around that
And
time.
see, now it's that look it up. It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
You said Clueless, right? So I'll look it up and
Yeah.
see when that happened, cause yeah, I want to go back in
Rest
time
in
into that fool.
paradise, Brittany Murphy. Love her.
Oh yeah, she
Oh
came out
yeah,
of
and
that.
then that Stacy Dash, the one that played Dion. Yeah, she was
Oh no.
a black girl with the Valley Girl persona.
Mm, no clue, but yeah, okay. I don't. I mean, I've
Yeah,
never seen that. See,
he's
no,
not
I
into
forgot what
it.
you said. What was the movie called?
Clueless.
Clueless. See, I'm clueless.
Oh no.
I'm too old.
Now he's really
Uh,
afraid to watch that movie.
no, why?
I'm afraid what's gonna do to me.
I'm
I'm already worse.
already. Yeah.
Oh no.
So deep thinker, huh?
I don't know now.
We'll go back to your notes. Go back to
No,
your document.
sheesh.
Babe sent me this thing yesterday that I had to go through all kinds of loopholes to get into. I'm like, babe, did you send me like a classified document or something? I had to type in my blood type and my fingerprints and social security number, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? What did she send me?
Oh shit.
They were like,
Okay,
spit here, and
so
I'm like, wait, what?
Yup. Like, how much do you weigh in pounds and in kilos?
Cubits.
What's your A1C and your blood sugar level?
Yeah, what is it, babe? Tell him. Tell him that story.
No. Which one?
What is my blood sugar level?
Oh my God, this guy. I am so jealous. Okay, so we're on the reservation and like this guy, like, I can appreciate that he does eat my cooking and he snacks and it doesn't bother me. But when this guy, he'll have dinner and then he'll snack and I don't mind it, except for he had snacks, he had a meal, he ate my cooking, he has like 2 sodas. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I was checking my blood sugar, and my blood sugar was like over 300 that time.
She's all dizzy and shit. Like,
yeah, I was all dizzy and like
fainting.
Fucking. Don't tell him all my business. No, it's fine. And I was like, you want to check your blood sugar? And he was like, yeah. And I was certain. I was so fucking sure and certain that his blood sugar level would at least be like 230 because he just had breakfast. He had a few snacks and he had like 2 regular sodas. Yeah, I checked like this man's. What?
I had like 2 handfuls of chocolate that morning. I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be high.
Yes.
She's like, let me check your sugar. I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I felt like I was gonna have a 1-up on you because this guy is always like, oh, make sure you check your sugar, watch what you're eating. Like he's very mindful like that, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get his ass. Now here's my chance. I checked his blood sugar. You guys want to know what the fuck this man was sitting at? Fucking 110.
110. That's right.
I was like, oh, wow, you're like super perfect. And he's like, am I?
Because I had no idea what these numbers mean. And
yeah.
She's like, babe, you're 110. I'm like, is that high? And she's like, what? No, it's not high. That's perfect. I'm like, oh, okay. Back to my snacks.
Oh, whatever.
She's like, I hate you.
Oh, man, I was so jealous. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so fucking lucky. You could eat whatever you want as much as you want. And like you just only go up a few points, so to speak. Yeah. But yeah, mine was like fucking 350 and his was like 110. And I didn't even eat that much.
Yeah, you don't eat that much. I was going to call you out on that.
I'm
off
broken.
Of here, but you're not broken. You eat like a bird. When you were like ahead. I don't remember what you said this morning. Well, I do remember, but I don't want to say it on here. Because you're going to be like, no wonder your blood sugar is 600.
Oh.
But even that, like, when I see you eat, I'm like, man, I can scarf my food down, and I'm waiting for her to finish taking her second bite. I'm already done with my food. But she's still eating. But, yeah, you don't eat that much.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, man. And I was trying to educate Rob, like what things will spike my sugar. And the main thing is bread, fried things. And you guys know I like my French fries and my chicken strips and all those things. Like pasta. Pasta will do that. But
does it matter what kind of pasta you eat?
I tried the chickpeas pasta, but I think it's still kind of the same, but it's just the sauces that make the sugar, go way up.
Yeah.
So the chickpeas pasta, I don't know, it's supposed to be more organic and more like packed with protein, but it's just the sauce because I used Alfredo sauce with Parmesan cheese in it. So, of course, that's going to fucking spike my sugar. So, who knows? I'm not gonna eat the noodles by itself.
Well, just add butter to it. Butter. Did you hear that?
Butter.
Might add butter to it.
Yes. Or something. I don't
Make
know.
it creamy,
Fucking sucks.
creamy.
Yeah, creamy.
Make it creamy. Butter.
Remember I told you that when I get a cramp on my side, I'm like, I'm
Oh
creamy.
yeah. Oh yeah. Crab. Where?
Crap, yo, man, that shit was funny. I fucking had a cramp in bed and I fucking screamed at the top of my lungs. I was like, crap! And then he jumps out of bed so fucking fast and he's like, where? That shit was funny.
Well, I was asking where, like, where are you cramping? But I also thought you said crab. So I was like, where? I'm all looking around.
Yes,
But
that shit was funny. I'm like, I'm in my lake.
where?
He was literally
Where are
looking
your
around. And I'm looking at this guy like, in my fucking lake. Poor guy. I just fucking scared the shit out of him.
Yeah, you did.
It was funny.
Bolted out of bed. I'm like, where?
Yes. Oh shit. We're like 46 minutes in. Ooh, 46.
Nice.
Should we get into this real quick?
Yeah.
Like real quick?
Yes.
Not real quick, but okay, so as I was saying 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, the name of this episode is When They're the Opposite. And yeah, the opposite of deep thinkers. And I would like to thank the pieces of shit from our past for the opposites findings. Okay, so I wrote down 8 things, and with the help of an article, I'll go ahead and post that. But the article says 8 what was it? 8 something. I don't know the proper name, but it basically 8 things that show that you're a deep thinker. So one of them is number 1, we enjoy being alone. And it says the notes that I wrote, we prefer to be alone. We seek time alone for self growth and competency. I don't know. Help me out, babe. You know, you're the scholar.
What? Competency?
Sure. Yes.
Competency. Okay.
Okay.
Competence, that's something I don't have. Sorry, go.
Competent?
That's what you put.
Okay. And okay, so the opposite of these things is can't handle to be alone. They think that's a bad thing. So do you enjoy being alone?
I thought I did. I do need my time alone though.
Yeah.
But it's not because of I don't think it's because see, there I go thinking again. I was gonna say I don't think it's because I'm a deep thinker. I just think that sometimes because I do pick up on people's energy, I need time to cleanse off of people, yucky people, with their dark energy. But when I isolate myself, it's more to connect with my spiritual part, God and stuff like that. But do I enjoy being alone? No, I don't.
So I'm guessing because the notes say we prefer to be alone. So If you were,
Do
I mean, of course, from like, is it like society or is it just like, I mean, for you, is it society or like certain people?
in a modern way or a spiritual way?
Both, whatever.
Both. Well, modern, yeah, I would definitely rather be by myself than in bad company. I don't. Some of the things that people talk about don't interest me, and it seems like people are just focused in things of the world. They don't even think outside of what's going on in front of them and how it's affecting them. So that I would rather be by myself when it comes to that. And it's not because I don't want to help. I do want to help. It's just like even when I do give people solutions or at least try and help them work out through their whatever it is that's stressing them out and stuff, they don't even see it. They don't want to accept it, which is fine. I mean, they don't have to. But yeah, when it comes to that, I'd rather be by myself. When it comes to spiritual stuff, I do need to be by myself. I think that's something I need to work on, being in a crowded place or just where chaos is and be still able to be spiritual and connect with myself and with God. So I think when it
Mm.
comes to that part, I do isolate myself because I feel like I'm not strong enough to be in a crowded place with all this bad energy yet. So, okay, it
Negative,
doesn't have to
all
be
right.
negative. that
Negative, all
that is what it
right.
sounds like, huh? Yeah, but I think that's the me being empathetic. I think I do pick up on people's energy and stuff, and so spiritually, yeah, I need to be by myself.
Okay. Well, it does say we seek time alone for self growth. So you were on point.
Hmm.
You were on point with that. Okay, so let's talk about the opposites of that. Again, number one is we enjoy being alone. The opposite of that, again, can't handle to be alone and they think it's a bad thing. Um, just what I've experienced with people that are the complete opposite of what we are. Um, Me, I enjoy. Okay, I'm the type of person I can be happy alone or with a group of people or one significant other. Like, I can be happy in all of those things. And I'm kind of like Rob as well. I do need time to be alone. Not that I feel smothered or anything. I think it's just more like, I just kind of want to have like or what women would call like a spa day or like just a shopping day to whatever. I think it's same with guys, like men that like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go with the boys to the bar and have a few drinks or something, like just to kind of you know I think it's healthy, but I think their partner is what makes it more than what it actually is, or like it's not even that. So we're not trying to get into that part of things, but I do think it is important. It's a strength, I think, if you can handle being alone and like really being okay with it. It's almost like you're not afraid of yourself, because I think people, they're so afraid of being alone because they're just like, oh, I'm afraid to be alone. Don't leave me by myself because I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. And it's like, you have issues. Because not many people can be alone, and that's kind of like, oh, I can't go to sleep alone. And it's like, what are
Hmm.
you, 5?
Well, it
And
kind of
I know a
oh,
few. No, I was just gonna say I know a few like YouTubers that are like that, but I think it's just an act. But go ahead.
it kind of speaks to people's conscience too. I think if you, for instance, like you said, the YouTubers or whatever, and you think they're faking it. Um, when you're alone and you're alone with your thoughts and you know yourself, does that make sense? I feel like it's not making sense. But because you can lie to the public, you can lie to the people, you can pretend to be who you are in front of everyone, but when you're by yourself, that's when your true self speaks to you. It's like, dude, I know this isn't you. You can't be alone with your own thoughts when you're pretending, because they do call you out. Your true self is gonna call you out, and you know that you're faking. You know that you're pretending to care about people, whatever it is, and that's the reason why you can't be alone. And like you said, people who are alone with their own thoughts and they're in a bad place, they do end up in a worse place. So most of the people that unalive themselves is because they're by themselves, they're isolated, they're not talking about what's affecting them. Maybe they're worried about how people are going to perceive them or judge them and stuff. So they would rather just internalize it and not talk about it. But that doesn't mean that they don't consider their thoughts and they don't think about it. They just rather not be by themselves because it is going to lead them to doing something they can't come back from.
Okay, I didn't take that into consideration. For me, when people talk like that, I just automatically think they're bullshit because um I don't know. I don't want to be like, "Oh, I guess I'm just that strong in the mind and everybody is like crazy and psycho," but it it does sound psychotic to me. It just does. Like I just don't buy it. Like, okay, like if you know you shouldn't be by yourself, well then you need to have like you need to check or analyze your, like, go to like a sleeping specialist or something, or like you really need to go to therapy or some kind of fucking therapy, um and dig deep as to why you feel this way, because it might just be like trauma, or like, like something happened, because
Hmm.
it's, to me, in my opinion, it's, that's not normal, man. Like for a grown person, you know it's almost like toddler, like they're stunted in a way, and it's like you need to probably figure out why you're like this. I just
Hmm.
don't think that's healthy, because um like they can't even think, because again, this is about deep thinking. So like they can't even think about being alone. And I do understand to some extent, because there was a time where I was like afraid to go to sleep, and it wasn't because like, oh, I'm sleeping alone, or like, don't leave me. Like it wasn't like that. It was, I knew that if I went to sleep I was going to wake up with heavy anxiety. And come to find out, I was really unhappy with the person that I was with. And it was like when he removed himself out of my life, I quit waking up like that. So,
Hmm.
I didn't, it's kind of hypocritical of me to be like, oh, those people need help and therapy, when I didn't even go to therapy. But it was like something in my life was causing it. And once it was removed, whether I got rid of it or they left on their own, I don't, I didn't think, like it just went away.
Hmm.
But that's the only thing that I can think of, like without letting my thoughts get too much, like get the best of me, I guess. But I know
Hmm.
that not everyone is like myself, because I feel like I damn through went through everything and still
I
more to
think.
come, right?
Hmm.
But I feel like this kind of
I,
strayed away from deep thinking. Because that's the only
no,
thing I can relate to. That, I mean, I'm just speaking like that's
your
the
mind,
closest.
in my opinion, someone's mind should be like their home. It should be a place of peace. So, yeah,
Mhm.
you have to be out in the world, right? You have to think about work and all these things that you have to do that you don't want to do. But when you're by yourself, it should be like when you come home after a hard day, and it should be a place where you rest. You should be at peace. And
Mhm.
most people that can't sleep at night, it's because they're still thinking about things that they're either know that they're going to have to go do tomorrow and they don't want to, so it gives them anxiety, or it's something that they're not doing that they're putting off, and they know that they're not doing it. So it's in their mind. So if your mind can't be at peace, then your body can't be at peace. If your body's not at peace, your home's not at peace. So I think that that's also a reason why they say, oh, however your home is, that's how your mind is. If your home is a mess, then your mind is a mess.
Yeah,
Because
don't
it
come
does
into
kind
my
of
office.
correlate. Well, but what is that called? There's a organized chaos, like where
Yes,
everything else,
yes,
but it's everywhere.
yes. It looks like
But see that,
it's a mess, but you're just like where
so,
everything is.
but you also know, you're also aware that when you come into the office and you feel like, oh my gosh, I have to clean, or I have to organize everything, then you know it's getting out of control. So you know to regulate yourself. For some people,
Hoarders,
it's yeah,
hoarders.
it's the point of where they can't regulate that. They can't regulate their thoughts, and a lot of times they start lashing out on other people. It's like, oh, you put me here. You put me in a state where I can't even be at peace in their own home, in their own thoughts. So,
Let's talk about that because that's initially where I wanted to go with this. So,
mm,
like I said, I'm thinking the POS is out there, pieces of shit.
mm-hmm,
I got the opposite notes from past experiences with shitty people. So,
okay,
okay, yeah, we did talk about the mental part of why people think that way, which Rob, you know, yeah, that's something that I didn't include. So that I'm gonna put that right there and consider it. But
consider.
yes, um, how about the people that are, let's say, they're very cocky, like they're very like, oh, nobody talks to me like that. And like they talk shit on people, they fucking lie, talking about they get pussy all day, that sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
These people, they really can't handle being alone. And it's not
Yeah.
the pussy, okay? Like it's just, I mean, first you got to get someone to fuck you, okay? But it's like they think it's a bad thing at the end of the day, but they're the ones that are carrying this bad side of them. So
Mm-hmm.
like those are the people that can't be alone. Like they talk the way that they do. They're just like, "Oh, I'm the shit. Ain't nobody can hurt me. No one can judge me but God," type of attitude. But these are
Mm-hmm.
the main people that can't be alone.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
And
But
yes, I
again, it's
am going to
because
clown.
they know what they're doing when what they're actually doing. Yeah, this
Mhm.
is another thing. I don't know. I didn't know that discernment was a a God-given gift. I didn't know that not everybody has the ability to discern. So for me, I know that I watch what people say, but I'm also listening to what they're not saying. So when people are
Exactly.
like, "Oh, I'm this and I'm that and this and that," and they're painting this positive or beautiful picture, but then it's like, why do you have to tell me when I'm seeing your the fruits, when I'm seeing the real you? And then it's completely opposite than what you're saying. So you're saying that to convince me or convince yourself. And I would say this to people, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "You don't have to constantly tell me that you're a good person. If you're a good person, it's gonna show. You don't have to keep saying it." And they're like, "Oh, well, I'm just, I'm reminding people that I'm good and this and that." I'm like, "It sounds like you're trying to convince someone. No,
Mhm.
be honest, and are you convincing yourself of this? You say it so often, you're gonna start believing it, or I mean, obviously, it's not trying to convince anyone else because everybody's in their own little world. Like people don't care about others like that. But
Mhm.
yeah, and again, it goes. I know who you're talking about, and I've seen that they cannot be by themselves, but they can also not stand for themselves in a crowd. It has to be like just them and one other person because if there's other people around, they fall back because they're not confident. They don't have that confidence. So when you said cocky, yeah, they present this cocky side of them. They're like, oh, I don't need anybody. I'm not scared of anything. But then more people come around and they just fall back. That's a sign to me that they're not as confident. They're not cocky. They're not secure in themselves. So again, it
It's an
shows. You can
imitation.
say, yeah, you can say all these things, but your actions are showing me what you're not saying. So it is. We do have to. Well, we don't have to because again, we don't have to put up with anyone. The people that you said from the past, you were inspired for this list, and I know that in my case, I knew when I was changing. I knew when I was what's it called, trying to please someone and changing who I actually was because it didn't feel good anymore. I wasn't able to sleep at night. I did for let me give you an example, I guess. I'm gonna throw myself under the bus. But oh no, I can't do that. I can't
Oh
expose myself.
no.
No, I'm
Oh
kidding. I
no.
blanked out. I blanked out. Let me see. Well, I've never really been much of a talker. I don't like to talk much. I like to listen. I like to just be present. But when I am, again, maybe to a fault, I am super honest. And when I was being super honest and I could see real time, because this is like in person. This is another thing that we're losing because we don't communicate in person anymore. We do it through online stuff. So there's always going to be that filter. But in person, when you're telling somebody the truth, you could see it in their face. It's hurting them. So what I started doing is I started kind of like sugarcoating stuff, making it sound or seem like it's not that bad what they were doing. So when I started changing that about myself, I was like, wait, this isn't good. I shouldn't have to soften the blow. If you're being an asshole, I should be able to tell you, like, you need to change what you're doing. But because I started changing when it came to being completely honest and I guess brutally honest for that reason that I didn't want to hurt this person, then I noticed that I was having more trouble sleeping. My insomnia like really kicked off, but I felt to myself that I was being fake, and I couldn't face myself. And then I started noticing as well that when I would be honest, they were taking it like, "Oh, you're lying," and that really pissed me off. Then I was like, "Wait a minute!" So I completely changed who I was, softened the blow for you, and now you're turning it on me, saying that I'm lying to you all the time. And then I did feel like, yes, I am lying to you because I'm not telling you exactly how I want to say it. I'm sugarcoating it for you, and no, I don't. That's not okay with me. And then when I stopped that, when I stopped sugarcoating and stopped, softening the blow, then it was like, oh, okay, so you're not who I thought you were. And it's like, you're kind of right. I am, but I did have to change who I was to please you. So I was just like, no, I can't do this anymore. I'm not gonna do this anymore, and it was over. But then again, now they talk about me being an asshole and me being this and that, or that I was fake, or that I changed and this and that. And it was like, yeah, I changed for you. I changed who I was for you, so that you could be happy. But it's not like I went from being a pathological liar to telling the truth to now I'm lying again. No, I was always lying. I mean, I was always lying. See, look at me calling myself out. I was always a liar.
Oh no.
No, I was always telling the truth. I was just sugarcoating it for you. But we shouldn't do that. We should be able to be true to ourselves. Nobody, like, we're not gonna find everybody that's, what's it called? That fucking, we're not everybody's cup of tea. We're not
Yeah.
going to be, and that's okay. As long as you're your true self, that should be enough. That's why I keep saying too. I don't know if I think I have said it on here. If you're an asshole by nature, be an asshole. There's people out there that appreciate that. There's people out there that are gonna be like, okay, yeah, you're an asshole, but I'd rather be around an asshole that's out up front than someone that's hiding their true selves. So you're not gonna be completely by yourself as long as you're still yourself. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
You don't have to be fake. You don't have to fake that you're a good person and that you care about others when you don't. Just be yourself. You're gonna find people like yourself anyway. I mean, we see it all over the world. It's everywhere now. It's okay. It's glorified to be not just narcissistic, but to not care about others. Where was I going with this?
Whoa.
What happened?
What the fuck? You hear that?
What happened?
Quiet. We're calling somebody.
What?
Quiet.
Your thing keeps cutting off.
Wait. We're calling somebody. I hear a ringing.
My
What?
phone's ringing.
Are you calling someone, babe?
No.
We're calling somebody.
Let's hope they pick up.
You don't hear it?
Hello?
Do you hear it?
Who?
Do you hear it?
No.
Somebody's phone's ringing like we're calling somebody. Oh. I'm gonna hang up with you, baby.
Okay.
Okay, we'll call. Yo, I know you guys hear that, cause babe, if you're listening, listen to the live. Listen to the live. Listen to the live. Oh shit. That's funky. I still hear it. It's in my headphones. Okay, just a second. Oh, that was in my headphones, and I have my phone right in front of me. Oh, I know you guys. You know what? Okay, let's go see if we were caught. No. Holy shit. Yeah, see the spirits or the negative spirits trying to stop us from talking. Ooh. That was fucking crazy. If you guys look on my desktop, and if you guys look on my call logs on my phone, I was calling nobody. Ooh, it just popped up all of a sudden. Fucking crazy.
Hello.
Hey, baby.
Hey, babe.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard the ringer.
Ringing?
The ringtone thing.
Dude. They're trying to stop us. Oh, oh my goodness. That's a trip. That just tells me that we're on the right path. So, trying to stop us, trying to distract us.
Yo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you back? You back on
Huh?
track?
Yes.
Are you back on track?
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
Are you done? Yeah.
Are we on a delay?
Oh, I hope not.
I hope not either.
Okay, on the count of 3, say yes. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Yes.
Oh no, we are.
Oh, fuck.
It's a little
No.
delay. It's a little delay.
Man. Oof. Mm-hmm.
So this is. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, why did we start recording instead of just going live? This is why.
Yes. And you know
Because it
what?
would give us a
I'm
delay.
recording it. I'm recording it right now, so it's not just live.
Okay.
Ah, jeez.
Well, we're
Perfect.
on the second one.
Yeah,
We're on the second one, so go
after
for it.
an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, how about we do this and? Well, I don't know. You
We
can't
should break
edit.
these up into like 7 more episodes. Because
Okay.
I really like your perspectives on these things, because of course I'm just not gonna tolerate it. Yeah, you kind of bring everybody in. For me, I'm only focused on assholes. So I like the way you think. I like your perspectives.
Thanks,
He's
baby.
looking at the whole ass picture, and I'm just looking at the whole assholes.
Well, there are a lot of assholes out there, so.
Yes.
So, okay, how about we do that then? How about we just stop this one here, and then
Yeah,
I
we'll
guess
just
we'll go back to
record.
recording.
Yeah, we'll go
Yeah.
back to recording, and then we'll premiere it. That way we can chat it up with you guys in the chat box, which you find, folks, and hopefully you're not a POS. Yeah, see how it just got quiet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speak for
Yeah.
yourselves, peeps. Yes. But the last thing that I wanted to say really fast before we cut this is what I said is that they can't stand to be by themselves. Like, they can't stand to be alone, but I'm looking at it like, yeah, you refuse to be by yourself because you know you're a piece of shit. Like you can't be alone because you know yourself. Like you can't be alone with yourself because you know
Mhm.
you're not right. See, like that's where I'm going with it. All the other things that you said, your view on things is, yes, I do think it's correct also, but like of course that's on a different mindset level of some people that do have issues. So people that I mean all of our stresses and all that is different. Like all of our problems are different. Just wherever we are in life is different. We have different chapters as we go on. Some people say stunted, or some people they're just striving. But for me, I was focused more on like the opposite of who we are. And I don't think those people that you're mentioning, I don't think they align with, like the deep thinking, like us,
Mhm.
to a person that's like I said, like an asshole. Like just, like, no, this is the real reason why you can't be alone.
Mhm.
Is because you know that you're so wrong that you can't even stand it yourself to be by yourself. So that's why
Yeah.
I always tell people, like, if you can be alone, then I think you're doing something right. But there's also a difference between someone like us that can be alone to someone that plays video games all by himself in a dungeon in the basement somewhere by
Yeah.
himself. See, that's something different. But these people that do that, they're quiet motherfuckers, and you never know what the
Yeah,
fuck
but
they're
see,
thinking.
even before we had online gaming and stuff, people were by themselves. but technically they weren't because they were thinking about the game. So nobody was sitting there thinking about life while playing a video game. I don't think.
And
But
that's in some of the upcoming topics. But yes, go ahead.
oh, okay.
We're gonna talk
Okay.
about that. I'm just letting the people know that what Rob just said, we're actually gonna talk about in upcoming episodes. But go ahead, baby.
Okay. And now, yeah, they can be in a dungeon or a basement playing a video game, but they're still not by themselves. They're interacting with other people. And because they have an interest in common, which is a video game, it opens them up to, hold on, let me swallow real quick.
Let me clear my throat.
Yeah.
Hey, hey,
Hopefully
hey,
that,
hey, 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 hey. Yay!
hopefully I swallowed the right way. I know how to swallow. What was I saying? Great. Now my mind's all mush again. No, they're
No,
like
that they're
interacting with
interacting.
like-minded.
Yes.
Yeah, they're interacting with like-minded people, so they have an interest in common, and it keeps them engaged in that. But they're not truly by themselves. Yeah, they might be isolating from their family, but they're not by themselves. And that's why I said like online and social media and all these other forms of communication are a filter. Now we don't look at people's faces when we're hurting their feelings. There's we can turn the screen off, we could turn our camera off. It doesn't hurt us the same way. It doesn't affect us the same way. So it is easier to be an asshole because it's like, oh, I'm just gonna be a keyboard warrior. I'm gonna express my feelings and I'm not gonna care if it hurts anybody. I'm gonna give my opinion either way. So it's like we need to keep human interactions, even if it is with our people, because those are the people that are gonna keep us grounded too. They know you better than people online know you. So if you're being fake, they're gonna call you out. And again, it goes back to that's the reason why you can't be by yourself, because you will call yourself out because you know yourself better than anyone else. Unless you're completely delusional and you believe your own lies now, so you're you need to stay in the dungeon. We need to just lock it and leave you in there. But are you
The
keeping notes
monster
of the
that you
things that you
are.
want to talk? Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all in this document that I sent you.
No, but like the other stuff that you wanted to talk about, the other topics. Because you said we were going to talk about what I had just mentioned. I don't even know what I said. That's how absent-minded I am right now. I don't know what it is, man. I hope it's not Alzheimer's.
Well,
I'm
it's
old, babe.
no. You still got to catch up to me. Just because you're older doesn't mean shit. I got more going on in my health life. So yeah, you got to catch up, babe. So you're nowhere near old age like me. So you don't
You're
have
not.
falsies. You don't have hearing aids. You don't have thick ass fucking glasses. You know what? I noticed I got 4 pairs of glasses. 5 if you want to count the one in the car. But man, I'm like Fred Sanford. I pull out one drawer and all my fucking glasses are in there. Yeah, you got some catching up to do, babe.
Oh, I might
Yup.
be quote unquote healthier, but I feel older. I felt like, well, I know I didn't say it on here, but I think I told you that I woke up yesterday feeling double my age. And then I completely forgot why I felt so old. Because it's not just a physical thing. Like, my spirit felt old. Like, I was wiser and stuff.
Like
So I
you,
was like, ooh,
like you
this
felt
feels
like you
good.
were one of the disciples.
Yes. I was like, oh, I'm walking with a walking stick. But no, I went to get out of bed. This is what I was going to talk about on that other platform. I went to get out of bed and like my elbow buckled. And I was like, did I just break my elbow? Getting out of bed? Holy crap. Like, I'm really that.
Oh no!
I'm really that old. My bones are brittle. Well, I don't have calcium because I'm allergic to milk. So where am I supposed to get my calcium? I have osteoporosis. Oh no.
Try vitamins capsules.
Calcium? calcium vitamins. They're huge. They're like horse pills.
Well, you said you know how to swallow, so
I can just open my throat and swallow.
yes, yes.
It's gonna take some practice, babe.
Well, if you want that calcium, babe, yes.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, try that. Try that,
Breast
babe.
milk has calcium.
Oh my God.
I have something to research now.
Oh my God, you better keep that shit away from your mouth. That's
Hey,
gonna piss me off.
Why?
Babe.
What?
Babe.
Yes.
He's like, yes.
Yes.
Oh shit, I should have pulled up your picture on the screen. The one that I sent you last night.
Oh, shit.
That little, yeah, your little picture.
Having cake.
Babe was trending last night. I'm gonna have to pull that up on the next episode. But yes, it's so cute, so adorable, and that's my babe.
Yes, babe.
Yes.
I like the cover too. With my little surprise face at the corner, like I'm just poking out.
He was photobombing my podcast cover.
Your phone just cut off, or this thing just cut off. But
Oh
I hear
shit!
you now.
What?
That
It's
was-
probably my connection. Yeah. Oh my gosh, get it together.
Are you gonna? You can't edit this, right? Because it's so live.
Yeah, it's a
So it's
live,
just gonna
but yeah, I
upload it
can. I can edit because I am recording, but it should be okay, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Just take notes of what you said you wanted to talk about, so you can tell me, so I can be in the loop. Send me another document that I have to give DNA to open.
I think the next one is gonna require a pee test. So just
Oh,
so you
no.
know.
Let me drink some water then.
Yes.
Hey, I have
Yes.
a weird question.
Okay.
Does our tongue have a print? Like, is it a unique print? Like a fingerprint?
I don't know.
Because I don't think it's a cut. I don't know what it is, but I have this, I was going to say something that was going to sound completely dirty. See, I meant innocent with it, but it was going to sound dirty. But anyways, it looks like a cut on my tongue, but
I have a
not
cut on my tongue.
Do you?
Yes, I do. It's like right at the tip of my tongue.
Huh.
Here,
Maybe I
I'll
don't
show
have a
ya.
unique- You see mine? Yeah. I do have one.
Yeah, I have a cut on my tongue.
Babe, what are we doing here? We're like,
Yeah, they like when I do it. Assholes.
But I was just wondering if it's unique to ourselves, like a fingerprint.
I'm pretty sure we do, but it's like, how do you get a print of that when your tongue is wet? Okay, that's gross.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. Exit. Let's go, babe. Come on. It's time for us to go.
Yes, babe.
That's it. I'm cutting off your mic.
Yes, babe. Well, thank you, babe, for joining me on this episode, and I hope we'll have you back on for the remaining of this deep thinker list.
Thank you for having me, and it'll be my pleasure to come back if I can.
Yes, babe. And of course, thank you all for pressing play and joining us live. Don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And we will talk to you guys in the next Why Run podcast live featuring Jessurab.
Boo.
Talk to you guys then. No boo. No more.
Boo.
No. You want snacks?
Bye. Yes.
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 Okay, we'll check you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.